Hello, and thank you for joining me tonight. I go by Lune INNATE, and this video is a distance healing session, we could say. I am a healer, although I don't typically resonate with that word very much. I think it has a type of implication that, you know, I'm a heal you kind of thing. I don't really see it that way. I see myself as more of an activator or someone who can perhaps trigger someone into remembering who they are or stepping into their power. But, you know, for the purpose of finding language that we can all identify with, I'm a healer, I'm a Reiki Master Teacher, a Shamanic Apprentice. I study different things, and this is a way for me to conduct sessions for people across the world. So we're gonna just leave that as my introduction. I keep tripping myself up. But essentially, this was a video I was completely inspired to do today. I have other stuff going on that I was planning to do, but this just really spoke to me. So I feel this is going to be something that's very powerful for many of you. And if you would like to use this just as an ASMR video, that's awesome. But for those of you who are walking the path, who are into this, who are open, for those of you that this feels right for, you know, I would just really encourage you to embrace and receive and know that I am coming from this place of just love, just simply love, and wanting you to become a master in your own right. So I hope that feels good. But the theme here is spiritual alchemy, and this could be a very broad subject, obviously, so I'm going to have to do what I can to take a little slice of it and share it with you. But spiritual alchemy, from my perspective, is more or less, you know, this is one way I'm going to approach it here today, the combination of balancing, harnessing, and bringing together the masculine and feminine energies which we all have within us. We can look at that as cosmic and earthly, mother and father, action and contemplation, or intuition and planning or logic. So we really do not live at our fullest potential if those are not balanced within us. So my intention here is to help you to balance those energies which are within you, but not only balance them, but utilize them for manifestations. This is something I'm a very big believer in. We live in a world of a facade, I want to say, of duality, right and wrong, good and bad, hot and cold, love and hate. They are all of the same thing. At the core, they are of the same thing. And if this is something you'd like to study more, Hermeticism is a great approach, or other things which discuss duality, or how to master duality, or bring in duality, release duality. But it is by combining good and bad that we master a situation. It is by combining intuition and logic that we master and are able to receive and carry it forward. So I hope that speaks to some of you. And, you know, for the rest of you, I hope you enjoy the video nonetheless. So we're just going to start moving into getting started. And, you know, I just send you so much love and honor you, because if this is something that resonates, if this is something that speaks to you, you're in a very beautiful place in your life. I don't mean it as in, oh, you're so lucky you found this video. I don't mean that at all. But it means that you're of that vibration. You're in that place where you're about to really become, if you're not already, very whole and level up, I want to say, if I could put it that way. So we'll just get started with our candle. I'm sure most of you are familiar with my work, but if yours is one of the first videos that you're stumbling across of mine, I do love to use ASMR in my videos because I like it. I find it to be a place of a tool that gets us to the place of a really beautiful vibration, so when we're able to receive or reflect or release, as examples. So we have this beautiful candle here with some rose petals scattered, and we're just going to light it. Alright, here we go. Alright, so on behalf of your highest and your and everyone else and my highest and greatest good, in perfect comfort and alignment, it is my intention to conduct this session or create this video for you, to serve you, and to not only activate or intensify, is that the proper word? Give me a sec. To bring awareness to these, at a glance, opposing qualities that we might have within us, opposing approaches, we could say, so that we can see the value in both of them, to bring in compassion for both aspects of ourselves, the alpha and omega which reside in all of us, and to combine them, to bring them back together, to create balance and that fullness, that completeness that will help us, not help, but will more than help us to act and move and manifest and create and follow and be fulfilled by what we're truly here to do. We all have a mission of sorts. I don't want to imply that this needs to be some big mission for all of us. I feel like I would never want you to feel you have to live up to something necessarily, but you have to live up to feeling good. You have to live up to committing to feeling good, committing to making things work for you. And that's what's so beautiful about spiritual alchemy. So if some of you might be leaning a bit more on the more feminine traits, it's not like we're trying to get rid of them. We want to balance them and then raise up perhaps the masculine energy in you. So if you find yourself full of inspiration, let's say, but it's not coming out on the paper, or if you find yourself with all these ideas but they're not actually getting done, that's a good way to tell, let's say, that the masculine and feminine energy perhaps could be out of balance. Sorry, I just wanted to take off my rings before they kept crashing against everything. But on the other side of the coin here, if you find yourself to be very go, go, go and not fully letting things assimilate or digest, and therefore they don't work out as you planned, or therefore you might get to from A to B, but along the way you've burned a bridge or you've hurt someone, and it's only now that you can kind of reflect on that. There's a beautiful ability to create temperance, to temper things when we're balanced in our masculine and feminine energies, when spiritual alchemy takes place. I'm going to use a little Palo Santo, which I haven't used in a while. It's going to take a minute. Ooh, did that cool thing. Alright, so I'm just starting here by clearing my space. And if you're open to the concept of energy work by proxy, I'm focusing also to clear your etheric body, or begin to. The smoke looks so beautiful in the light here. And I like to start in the aura because I think it really helps us to do the work a lot easier. And it feels really good. Oh, this is so stoky. I love it. Okay, just going around you, side to side, left and right, sun and moon, mother, father. Then over to your back, down the front of you, up your back, down the front, and up your back. Okay. I'd like to just take a moment to mention that I see everything as having masculine and feminine traits. Literally, we might think of water, let's say, as being very feminine, or the moon as being very feminine, and there's a lot to be said for that. But at the same time, I do feel that nothing is predominantly, or nothing is entirely one or the other. So through our thoughts and our intention and how we choose to work with certain energies, such as the moon or water, we can then utilize pieces of these things, which I want to say bring into ourselves a better way to see the world and everything as very full and complete. And I'm not really putting it into the best way of words, but to understand that masculine and feminine traits are so very important to be harnessed, regardless of if we identify as, let's say, a woman, like a very cis, like feminine woman, or as a woman who identifies more as a male but still a woman, or a woman who was born a man and has become through transition a woman. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you are on a type of gender scale or identity. It has nothing to do with that necessarily. But I should say, I'm always the devil's advocate. You're probably sick of me saying that, but there's a major energy that is unavoidable right now to see the balance between these things. And those of you who seek completion, I want to say, or fullness, or a filling of a void externally, as in, I'm a woman and I can't be whole until I meet my man who is my match. I don't want to say that there isn't beauty in that. There certainly is a very romantic element to those kind of dynamics and relationships. And although I feel very whole and balanced in my masculine and feminine energies, I have a partner who is a male, so it's not to say that because I am full that I don't appreciate something like that. But it is to say that if you feel that way, that you are not whole until you have something, I respectfully and with so much love and, humbleness love to tell you that you have some work to do. You have to create that fullness within yourself. You can still have a beautiful relationship and not feel that way and work on it anyway. I don't mean to imply that. But it's really going to make a big difference for you in your power to feel whole and know that you are this beautiful combination of cosmic father and mother matter, and partner or new partner, you are whole and divine and the twin flame within yourself. So I hope that sits with you. Like a fancy bartender or something. Okay, so we have 2 sprays here, and that is because one of them is very spirit, high vibrational spirit, as in cosmic, and one I brought out to represent material energy. Specifically, this one is a prosperity spray, and this one is a spirit spray. You guys ask me a lot. These ones are Shaman's Dawn. I buy these quite frequently. This one's almost out. This one's quite full. So we're going to use both of these. First, we'll go with spirit. So we're going to spray over you and start to collect, let's call it, or draw down this cosmic energy down through your crown, your third eye, your throat, down into your heart, solar plexus. It smells really good. Sacral roots, and we're pulling essentially this, directing, however you want to say it, this cosmic energy down to be harnessed, grounded, and given to the earth. Okay. And I'm going to work a little in reverse for the opposite way. So I'm going to start near your feet, focusing below your feet, but start at your feet. And pull up, or direct up, guide up this earthy energy, this material. You could look at it like money, building blocks, health, nutrition. So we're pulling it up into the roots, through the sacral, solar plexus, heart. It's like a cinnamon orange clove, into the throat, third eye, through your crown, and up into the cosmic. So we're creating essentially this beautiful nexus between you and the cosmos and the earth. Okay? And I want to just take a moment here to assist you with a guide, as a guide perhaps. So focus on this cosmic energy. I'm actually going to put my hands up here to help direct. But focus on this cosmic energy. Maybe it's purple, maybe it's white, whatever color. Pouring down into you through all your chakras, down through your head, to your shoulders, down your arms, legs, feet, and going into the earth as if you are giving the earth this cosmic divine healing energy, that you are this conduit to pull it down and ground it, so that not only you and the earth have it, but also it is shared. It is used as it is needed by anyone else. Okay, I'm just gonna pull it down. Alright, maybe it looks like a waterfall, maybe a laser beam, whatever you see is fine. Alright, and now perhaps let's shift our attention to the bottom of our feet, or below our feet, the Earth Star Chakra if you like. And we're focusing to pull up or conduct upward this beautiful golden, red, rich, dark, fertile energy coming up through your legs, into your hips, into your pelvic region, up through your abdomen, into your heart, your neck, up into your head, and kind of swirling around your head, but then through your arms, into your hands. And you can envision, or you can simply do it, but opening your arms and sharing like a burst, like a firework or something. This energy to be shared from Mother Matter. And it kind of goes into the cosmos, but it also gets shared around on this plane, on this dimension. And this is one way we can work to start to balance these energies. Okay. Now, I'm actually going to use something a little loud, so I'm going to turn down the microphone level a little bit because I don't want it to be too loud. But I have this seed instrument, which is really lovely sound, and I would say quite earthly and therefore quite feminine if we want to play that way. Just going to use this around your body. With the intention to help balance the feminine energy that is within you. I'm just going left to right, receptive to dominant. And I'm going to keep the microphone a little low while I get out my singing bowl, okay? Alright, so we have a crown chakra singing bowl, crystal singing bowl, a bit cosmic, I would say, obviously. And of course, we're using this to balance the cosmic, divine, fluid, and perhaps we can call it masculine energy within us. Spirit energy. can't do that too long, it's quite heavy. Okay, we're back to normal. I just was thought to mention that I feel like there could quite obviously be a lot of confusion to what I'm saying in terms of, you know, cosmic being masculine, and it's not the type of masculine that we think about, you know. It's not like just like, yeah, alpha, whatever. It's not about that. It's a intelligence. It is a gentle, fluid sort of masculine energy, I would say, of this loving and completely compassionate father energy, whereas the earthy mother energy is not this like, oh, somebody help me, or you know, this like very soft thing. The earthy mother energy is transformative and intense and creation, like the womb or a fire or something of that nature. So I hope that you can kind of play with those concepts, because I don't want you to feel like I'm talking about some man in the sky who's keeping tabs on you. It's not that at all. Or this I don't know what could be perceived as an earth mother energy, but it's not. You know, I'm just trying to put some ideas in your head to chew on and see if they feel right to you, and share my way of looking at it. All right, so I hope that makes sense. I'm just gonna anoint you again by proxy with this oil blend that I made. It's just a little guy right here, but creating something and using the intention to blend masculine and feminine energies together is a very good way of working with that energy and using it to manifest, let's say. Oil is nice and easy for that. I'm sure there are many ways we can do that as well, but just an example. So what I mean by that is combining something, let's say like rose, which is typically quite feminine, right? And I'll say, what's in here? Fennel, which grows in stalks, which might, you know, appear quite masculine. Or cloves or cinnamon. Or you can put stuff together and create a little perfume or oil blend or piece of art or music, and let the elements speak to you and choose them for their qualities. Because again, I do think that everything has masculine and feminine in it. So, you know, like while rose might be quite feminine, they still have thorns. They still perhaps can grow very upright. And there is a masculine side to them. Alright, so just gonna anoint your forehead here. Guided to go for your neck as well, your solar plexus, and then your knees, your ankles, your wrists, and I'll do a little on myself too. share with you some crystals that speak to me because of their alchemy, what I would call alchemy. So I actually won a giveaway, and the crystals I'm going to show you are from that giveaway. There's a shop called Earthling 360 that I have been, I follow, and I like her a lot. Her name is Amy, and she was having a giveaway. Like, if you buy stuff, you kind of get entered into the drawing, and I was the lucky winner. And why I'm sharing that is not to brag that I was some kind of winner, but that when you are in alignment, essentially I knew I was gonna win. I just had a feeling, and I didn't even think about it that much. I was just like, oh, I think I'm gonna win that. And I never thought about it again until I saw an alert which told me that I had won. And the purpose of me sharing this again is to kind of give you some examples of when we are in alignment and balance between these energies. And of course, there's other work that we're doing as well on our spiritual journey and everything, of course. But we become such, it's so hard to say, but the things that we are given to support us on our path are just like absolutely incredible. We meet the right people, we get given beautiful gifts, we get given beautiful lessons, which are, not the most comfortable sometimes either, just like everyone else, but at the same time we manifest, is what I'm trying to say. We manifest very quickly and easily, and it's a beautiful place to be. So I hope that can inspire you, or is some kind of inspiration. This is a giant piece of apophyllite, which is one of my favorite stones. It is very cosmic, very, what's the word? Connected. Great for meditation. So sparkly and pretty. And I'm going to be keeping it right over here for a while. This is a really stunning piece of, what do you call it? River quartz. Let me see if I can show you. Sorry. Backwards. It has these gorgeous little phantoms of orange and purple inside. Absolutely stunning. Orange is my favorite color, if you haven't guessed. I do love green as well. I love all colors, but I really love orange. It's beautiful. Peace. And I think this has a beautiful combination of masculine and feminine energy, I want to say, or a representation of alchemy here, of course. A bit of a masculine example of a carved clear quartz tower or generator, something like that I would call it. And of course, you can see why we would call this more of a masculine representation through the carving, whereas a sphere would be a beautiful feminine shape. here's one I'm very excited to have. This is a piece of Fibrous Malachite, and like, oh my god, look at it. Look at it. It's so beautiful. It looks like it would be soft like velvet. It's just stunning. Malachite, I don't know, maybe it goes both ways. I want to say I've always kind of seen it as a masculine stone in terms of it's quite powerful. Not that feminine stones are not, but this one, the soft look to it, the fertility looking, you know, like rich, is totally feminine for me. I don't want to scratch it because it looks, you know, just be very gentle. And of course, you know, I must disclaim again, I'm not trying to assign gender to rocks and crystals here. I'm just sharing how I might work with them when I'm trying to or intending to utilize or balance or whatever the divine energies that are all around us and within us. Okay. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. Stunning. Here's a gorgeous little piece of amethyst, like druzy amethyst. Beautiful to hold the pendulum or just place somewhere gorgeous in your home or your room. So sparkly and sweet. Just reminded myself. This is a bit off topic, but I recently had a hypnotherapy session done by one of my friends who's on that path. And one of the things that I do remember, because I went fairly deep, I would say, in the experience, was this quite traumatizing event in my life when I was 17. I mean, traumatizing as in it really stuck with me, not traumatizing as in I was hurt in any way. But I was babysitting my little cousin, and I was pushing her in a stroller, and it was very hot. And so quickly, as I was pushing her, I saw a dragonfly on the ground, and it was a big green one, and my brain just did not compute, and I just kept walking, and I essentially really hurt the dragonfly. I didn't even kill it right away. It just kind of like bent its back and was buzzing around like crazy, and it really, really traumatized me. I felt so bad. I realized like how even when you're not trying to, you can really do a lot of damage, and it just really stuck with me. It was very symbolic. And although I'm very aware of that experience, it's not something I had been thinking about. But just today, which is only a couple days since that session, I was walking on the street here, the busy street in Staten Island, and there's a dragonfly on the ground. And it almost looked like it had just hatched, like it had some pieces attached to it still. I couldn't tell what was going on. But I picked it up and moved it over, put it on some like plants that were nearby. And it was so weird because I feel like, you know, it doesn't take away the damage I did, but it gave me this opportunity for what's the word with an R? redemption. So that was an interesting experience. Anyway, back to my stones here. I forget which kind of stone this is. I want to say it's a piece of like really insane lepidolite. Like insanely gorgeous. I've never seen a piece like this before. I'll look it up though, maybe I'm wrong, but it's absolutely beautiful. So it just kind of reminded me that as we heal and as we validate and understand our experiences, we're kind of given these opportunities to do something a little different that feels better, you know, clearly to me, but also to the dragonfly. And it was just a beautiful experience for me to have that opportunity to be helpful. Alright, now this was not in my giveaway, but I just am tempted to bring it out. I actually bought this from Autumn Mystic. Oh my gosh, is that the name? I'm like losing my mind. Yeah, Autumn Mystic. She has an ASMR channel and a crystal shop, and I've been on the lookout for a piece of Grape Agate for some time, and this one's quite interesting. It's very dark. Not that I have a ton of experience with Grape Agate, but very often I see them to be more like a pale purple, and this is a very grape juice kind of purple. Sweet little orbs. It's very pretty. Even the back is like made up of all these little tiny spheres. I had a conversation with Blanca today, and she brought to my attention something I feel like I know, but when you hear someone else say it, doesn't it seem much more, meaningful or hit you a little closer sometimes? But she brought up that she sees some of you, like some of your comments, and how a lot of you are very powerful. You know, you're very hungry for this kind of information or this kind of encouragement or activations, and it just really touched me to hear that. And because I see that in a lot of you as well, and I feel it, even though it's strange, because a lot of us might not talk, obviously, or, you know, not everyone becomes a client, or not everyone, you know, works with me necessarily, but that you're there. So I just want to honor you for the work that you will do, the work that you're doing, and just know how meaningful that is and how much the earth needs you to just live in your divine nature and be yourself. Okay. Alright, so I think we can move along. And we're going to focus a lot on this left and right, this left brain, right brain. The right brain is the feminine brain, the left brain is the masculine brain, but it crosses. So the right body is the masculine side and the left body is the feminine side. Brains are funny, huh? So I'd love for you to close your eyes if you're open to it. I'm just kind of activating more of my Reiki attunements, as well as my shamanic awareness, and step into that field for myself. But if you'd like to close your eyes and picture the sun and the moon behind you or over you, or perhaps you see an eclipse of the alignment of these beautiful heavenly bodies, which do have a lot of significance. Obviously, sun with the more masculine side, or the ego, or our action, who we came into this world to be. And the moon is our subconscious, our emotions, our intuition. And if if you'd like to focus on these heavenly bodies, just see them in your field. Maybe take note. Does one look much bigger? Are they more or less the same size in your mind? Where do you feel them placed? Are they both on one side? Are they, again, in alignment over you? Are they completely equal in their placement surrounding you? So I just want to focus my energy or to direct the energy to your third eye so that you can pull that in and see where you're at right now. Alright? And no matter where you are, it's okay. But what we want to do is bring these into what might look like an eclipse, or have them be very close together at the top over our head. Alright? I'm just gonna focus here and see this burning sun with its beautiful counterpart, this gorgeous luminous moon, supporting you, reflecting, shining the light from the sun, reflecting the light of the moon to you. I hope you can interpret what I mean there. Obviously, I know the moon does not have its own light source, but there is no doubt moonlight, right? And I would love for you to feel these energies running down you, maybe blue and yellow, maybe red and blue, maybe purple and and black, whatever you see, swirling around your body, within you, over to your shoulders, down your body, through every molecule and cell, creating this activation of harmony and strength and wisdom. Okay. And as you feel these energies, or the energies of these energies, the energies of these bodies touch you, activate, awaken, balance, I'm going to focus on your throat, because there may be something you need to release. There may be a sigh, a breath, a laugh, a little scream, whatever feels right to you. Because as things are working, you kind of can picture it like, when you mix things together, right? When you mix, this is YouTube, right? And I'm thinking of children's videos at the moment. So let's say when you mix Diet Pepsi and Mentos, there's an explosion. Or when you mix baking soda and vinegar, there's a reaction. So I want you to feel that it can come out. The reaction can come out, to be expressed, to be harnessed, to be directed in some way towards what you would like to manifest. And if you know what you're manifesting, see it in your mind and see the reaction of these energies combining to be sent in a way to work towards your manifestation. And if you don't have something in mind that you're working towards, that's okay, but send it out for your highest good. For your highest good, perhaps on behalf of someone else if you feel generous. It always comes back to you, so don't worry about wasting it. That's never, it's not possible. But direct it in some way, some kind of direction. Okay? I'm going to focus on the belly, the lower abdominal area. Let's say the solar plexus and the sacral specifically, to blend this sensing, this instinct, these emotions, this creative center with action, with expression, with confidence and authenticity. Okay. as we combine these energies, they produce something. You could think of it like a gas or smoke or something like that. Let your imagination, do its thing. Feel it rising through your heart, to your esophagus, and again to your throat, to be expressed and directed, communicated, spoken into and directed towards your highest good or whatever you desire to manifest. I would suggest avoiding things like money and power, but more so the bigger picture of what or why you would want those things. Empowerment is okay. To move and act and be whole in your fullest power and potential is okay. To be supported and live in abundance is perfectly okay, but just kind of put it out there. Alright, we're just gonna fluff your aura. Again, there's so much that goes into spiritual alchemy. This is just a fairly quick little video for us to harness it. One way to work with it. Smooth it out and make it comfortable for you. Okay. Stuck you in this nice bubble. Alright. Alright, so if you feel you're of the demographic who might have really gotten something from this session, please give yourself time to assimilate. Please take it easy. If you feel like meditating, do it. If you don't and you need to just rest and zone out and watch Netflix, that's okay. Just let things assimilate and know that this can be some very intense work for some of you. But of course, we always include our intention in perfect comfort and alignment, so that should help. But just to know that it is a lot of heavy work for some of you, so just give yourself that love, and wherever comes up, it's okay. If you feel angelic, amazing. If you feel like, the critics, by all means, go with what feels right to you. It's an indication of what you might need to bring in or work with to balance those energies within you, or as new tools or energies for you to work with. So I hope that resonates with you. I know this can be a little confusing for some, but the message is out there, right? And it comes from the heart. I have to just give a special thank you to those who have been supporting me on Patreon, Tingles, who have made contributions to my channel, who become clients or allow me to be your Reiki teacher, any of those things, or have bought necklaces from me in the past, or anything like that, have supported me. Just thank you so much. You allow me to do my work. You give me the fuel for my purpose, and I'm so very grateful for you. I hope you know what that means to me, and in kind of a domino effect, what it is doing for other people as well. Not to sound conceited for myself, but that it does carry on. So just thank you so much. I'm sending you all of you who have made it this far in the video, so much love and compassion and warmth and appreciation. I see you, I feel you guys, and I'm just very proud to be a part of your experience of your path, of anything that benefits and serves. So, as always, from the bottom of my heart, namaste.